Right, my people, to Pro Max today in Biafraland as the indigenous people of Biafra. Yes, as the Biafra Liberation Army has lost a member, the IPOB has lost a member in hot, fresh attack. Yes, the Prime Minister Simon Ekpa has also blown hot, has also reacted to this with immediate effect. All right, my people, without further ado, we'll be going into the details of this news. Remember, we are your one and only Let's Talk TV. All right, tension has risen in Biafraland as another violent confrontation between the security forces, the zoo terrorists, and the Biafra Liberation Army. The indigenous people of Biafra have left one dead and several injured. The incident occurred in early hours in the morning and has further heightened an already volatile situation in the region. The latest clash took place in the outskirts of the Biafraland, southeast, where there was reportedly a meeting and there was an attack in that same joint by the joint task force of the zoo military and the zoo army and the zoo police units. And according to the eyewitnesses, the forces ambushed a gathering, and this is where they were caught. While full details still remain unclear, it is confirmed that one member has been confirmed dead, yes, killed, while others are sustaining injury. The identity of the disease has not yet been released officially, but the death has sent shockwaves to the Biafran community, with many accusing the government of launching a brutal crackdown on peaceful activists. Local residents described the scene as chaotic, with gunfire erupting without warning. This one is coming from someone within the area. He said, "We heard gunshots and saw people running helter-skelter, running in every direction. Everyone was scared, and we had witnessed the attack from a distance." In response to the death, there has been a call for immediate, like I said, immediate retaliation, condemning what they called the state-sponsored terrorism, which is what they've been doing right from time. It is not a new thing. It is not something that is new one way or another. It is something that has been clear right from time. The tension has risen all over the place. Of course, the PM Ekpa has come out in a fiery broadcast and has blown hot, lashed out at the zoo authorities and vowed retribution over the deaths of the member. Ekpa, who has gained a full-time reputation for his hardline stance on the Biafra independence, condemned the zoo government for what they did, a cowardly and unprovoked attack on his people. He has come out and has said that this particular Black Day will not be forgotten at any point in time, but had declared in a live stream, which of course is being followed by thousands of his supporters and followers. The blood of these fallen heroes will not be in vain. The Nigerian government must answer for their crimes. We will continue to resist this occupation and we will not rest until Biafra is free. Ekpa's words have further inflamed and caused more reaction. The zoo government has yet to officially make a statement on the latest clash, but sources within the military have defended the action. Of course, that is what they will see as a necessary response to the group they consider a threat to national security. But my people, they consider these people a national threat to national security, while there are others, their own people, causing more mayhem than you would ever think of in your entire life, and they've not seen it, they've not looked at it as as national security cause. And people, it should just let you know how far these people are ready to go, or how far these people are ready to take whatever it is whenever it comes to anything that looks like it's Southeast or Igbo. Shows how backward they are and how far they would go to do anything.
Following the liberation of Biafra from Nigeria, the Biafra de facto government, consisting of B.L.G.I.E. and B.L.G.H. together, B.L.G.I.E. meaning Biafra Republic Government in Exile, and B.L.G.H. Biafra Republic Government in Homeland, together shall form the nucleus of transitional government of Biafra, which is exactly what the Prime Minister talked about. The conversation, the broadcast that I played for you before we entered into this very Biafra charter, where I will still play it again for you if you want, where our Prime Minister talked about transitional government when the recognition starts coming in. I hope you outline that. I hope you remember that. Now, this very Biafra charter, the Biafran law, says the Biafra Republic Government in Exile and Biafra Republic Government in the Homeland together shall form the nucleus of transitional government of Biafra. And remember, it says here, following the liberation of Biafra from Nigeria. Don't let these words confuse you. Following the liberation of Biafra from Nigeria. It never said following the declaration of Biafra in Finland. Following the liberation of Biafra from Nigeria, the Biafra de facto government, consisting B.L.G.I.E. and B.L.G.H. together shall form the nucleus of the transitional government of Biafra. Do you know what it means? B.L.G.I.E., Biafra Republic Government in Exile, together, when you all in exile must have come back home with all your offices. You have come, minister of this, minister of that, all of you will come back home after the liberation of Biafra, when the United Nations must have recognized our existence as a nation and our flag hosted high at the United Nations Geneva. Our flag hosted high, flying high in Geneva, United Nations. Then all of you who are serving under the Biafra Republic Government in Exile will come back home with joy and gladness. Now meet all of us who are in de facto government in the homeland here. You all shall meet us here. We will all come together and then form the nucleus of transitional government of Biafra. Even na kowalogi bife delo na our own law. Not what I'm not talking just to talk, just for talking sake. I am telling you what is written on our own law, that all of them signed on 20th of October 2023, where they all gather for the first convention in Finland. That is what I'm translating to you. That is what I'm reading for you. Shall form the nucleus of the transitional government of Biafra, known as TGB, under the direction of the peoples of the nation of Biafra, in order to conduct... oh my goodness me, my brain is busting. After this, if you want to go and read for yourself, I will allow you to go and go there, go and read. You can even read it online. I will send you the link if you want the link. Go there and read. It is under Biafra government, not under me. I do not control it. Now, under the direction of the peoples of the nation of Biafra, in order to conduct the governmental affairs of Biafra. Remember, guided by the Biafra Charter. Ona na fukwa yo fumak, or do you want me to zoom it again? Ona cholo can zoom kwa yo zok. Let me try. Not me. I am not the one saying. I am reading for you what the government of Biafra said. What the law of Biafra said. Not what I'm saying, not what I want. It is not what I want. We are following the rule of law, made available by the Biafran people that gathered to sign it into law, and supervised by the Prime Minister of Biafra Republic Government in Exile, His Excellency Ekpa Simon Njoko, signed into law. And since then, this very charter is what we have been following till now. It says, following the liberation of Biafra from Nigeria, the Biafra de facto government consisting of BLGI and BLGH together shall form the nucleus of the transitional government of Biafra TGB under the direction of the peoples of Biafra nation, of the peoples of the nation of Biafra, in order to conduct the governmental affairs of Biafra. By that time, we have not even started talking about dissolution or dissolving or whatever. No, this, according to the law, it says the Biafra government in exile will come back home and join the Biafra de facto government in the homeland together and form what is called the transitional government of Biafra, TGB, under the direction of the peoples of the nation of Biafra, in order to do what? In order, follow the mouse, in order to conduct the governmental affairs of Biafra, guided by the Biafra Charter, for a period not to exceed 4 years. Now, when the BLGIE, Biafra Republic Government in Exile, will merge together with the Biafra de facto government in the homeland to form what is called transitional government, then this transitional government will run the affairs of Biafra nation for a period not exceeding 4 years. That time, we have not even talked about the dissolution of the government. You cannot operate in a vacuum. You people should, you don't mess me, don't make me mad. I am highly intelligent. I am too intelligent to be deceived with a mere rhetorics. I am extremely intelligent to be deceived with a mere rhetorics or propaganda. I pass that level. Before now, that the BLGIE will join the de facto government in the homeland to run the affairs of Biafra nation for a period not exceeding 4 years, and during which Biafra, follow the mouse now, during which Biafra puts formal structures in place to continue and to succeed as a nation under a permanent constitution of the nation of Biafra. I am reading and interpreting law for you, the Biafran law. And by now, we haven't even talked about the dissolution of the Biafra government in exile. You cannot dissolve the government in exile only for you to form another government in exile. Who does that? Who in his right senses will buy this shenanigan, this whole this idea that is flying all over the social media? Who in his right sense of mind will buy this shenanigan, this rubbish? You cannot operate in a vacuum. If you have issues with anybody, come, let us discuss it and find a way forward. If you think you cannot work with anybody, maybe that person is an obstacle to you, maybe that person cannot listen to you, come, let us discuss it. We'll find a better solution. You cannot operate in a vacuum. I want, when you are going home this evening or this night or this afternoon, depending on your location, go home with this word, that you cannot operate in a vacuum. The second word I want you to go home with is that you cannot dissolve a government in exile only for you to, produce or to form another government in exile again. What is your motive? How do you dissolve a government in exile and form another government in exile again? Do you want us to start deceiving ourselves? Biafra has been restored. Biafra has come. This government now is the one that will now run Biafra. Are you not in exile? Are you at home? You are not at home. the Biafra law, the Biafra charter is telling us that the Biafra government in exile will come back home and join the Biafra de facto government in the homeland to form what is called a transitional government and run the affairs of Biafra for no less than 4 years, during which Biafra puts formal structures in place to continue and to succeed as a nation under a permanent constitution of the nation of Biafra. Now, let us see the concluding part of it. This part will melt your heart. This same law of Biafra, signed into law on October 20th, 2023, said, the conduct of the Biafra de facto government shall at all times adhere to the basic principles and laws of the Biafra charter. This same charter, not another charter, this same charter. And then the term of BDFG, Biafra de facto government, shall last from now. The term. Do you know the meaning of the term? Oh my goodness me. God in heaven is wonderful. The term, not the times, not times. The term, first term, second term, third term, fourth term, whatever. Tinubu is currently in his first term. Joe Biden is currently in his first term, which is almost expired, and then they will usher a way to a new president, Donald Trump. Now, the term of Biafra de facto government. Remember that BDFG is a house. That houses the Biafra de facto government in the homeland and the Biafra government in exile. Now, the term of BDFG shall last from now, October 20th, 2023, which is the day this charter was constituted and signed into law by all Biafrans who gathered in Finland from all walks of life during our first convention in October 2023. It says, the term that Biafra government will be in power, Biafra government in exile and Biafra government in the homeland, shall last from now, October 20th, 20. This is the final straw that breaks the camel's back. After now, you don't dare call me on phone and ask me again, Biafra, you know what is going on. After this very last part, the term of BDFG, which is Biafra government in exile and in the homeland, shall last from now, October 20th, 2023, until Biafra is fully liberated. Until Biafra is fully liberated from Nigerian occupation. Oh, God in heaven, I thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you, Jehovah. Any other thing anybody is telling you outside this charter is a false and is concocted. It does not hold water and it can never ever stand. Any other thing anybody is doing or telling you outside this charter can never stand. Anybody telling you any other thing outside this Biafran charter can never ever stand, as far as I know. It's not even my power. God would disgrace anybody trying to pull this Biafra down or trying to stop the Biafra freedom. If you want to start your own thing, tell the entire Biafra that you have started your own thing. And don't come to deceive us with a mere rhetorics. It cannot happen. Or emotions. It cannot happen. Now, the term of BDF, let me take it again before we continue. The term of BDFG, which Biafra Republic government in exile and homeland, the time they will be in power, shall last from now, October 20th, 2023, until Biafra is fully liberated. It didn't say until we declare Biafra in 2024. He said until Biafra is fully liberated from Nigerian occupation. He did not say you are going to rule until Biafra is redeclared, on whether you declare it on 29th or on 29th October, or you declare it on 2nd of December, and then you will now dissolve. It did not say that. So anything you do outside this charter is treason, and you will pay dearly for it. You will pay dearly for it. I'm telling you, I swear you will pay dearly for it. Anything you do outside this constitution, you will pay for it. I'm telling you. Now, look at it here, until Biafra is fully liberated from Nigerian occupation. Is Nigeria not occupying Biafra territory as I'm speaking to you right now? The answer is yes. They are occupying our territory because their military barracks are still here. Their police stations are still here. Their law courts are still here. Their airways is still under our roof. Their navy is here. Their air force is here. Their road safety is here. Their DSS are here. They are all here. We, the Biafran people, are still living under the occupation of Nigeria. So Biafra is not yet liberated. If we want to tell ourselves the truth, let us be sincere. Those of you who don't like truth, because eziokwu na-agba agba na ntị. Eziokwu na-agba agba na ntị. Eziokwu na ife ọ na-agba na ntị bụ tawam, tawam, tawam. If you get now, it says, it is very clear here. If you don't know how to read it, send me a message so that I can forward you the link. It is in the internet. You can go and read for yourself. The term of Biafra government in exile and homeland shall last from now, October 20th, 2023, until Biafra is fully liberated from Nigerian occupation. Then it says immediately after the full, it still mentioned that. So those of you who are confused, unless you want to operate outside the charter of Biafra that Prime Minister is proud of, now he has talked about several times. If you want to operate outside the law of Biafra, then you can go on and do whatever you want to do. But Akama Aderoya, my hands are not clear, are not there. When the Prime Minister comes out, because he's going to come, all these ones doing all this, do you know what I don't know? Do you know what Biafrans don't know? What do you know about Prime Minister's situation? If you have put him in prison already, and you know very well that he's no longer coming out, tell us, let us know. These ones you are doing, are you letting us know that PM is now in the same situation of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu? Because the last time I checked, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is in the zoo where the rule of law does not exist. PM is in Finland where rule of law is the order of the day. So if you know that there is something we don't know, that you know that PM is no longer coming out, or it's not even coming out anytime soon, that you have the time to destroy the government, you have the time to destroy the freedom march, then tell us. Let us know, be open, and stop confusing I don't want to call Biafrans the gullible, but those who want to be confused. Stop confusing them so that all of them will focus. Please. Now, what did he say after the term of the government? What did he say again? He says immediately after the full liberation of Biafra. He didn't say after the declaration of Biafra. He says immediately after the full liberation of Biafra, the Biafra de facto government shall transform into the transitional government of Biafra, known as TGB, during which Biafra's socio-political and civic structures shall be put in place, a period not to exceed 4 years. At the conclusion of that period, the transitional government of Biafra TGB shall unconditionally cease to exist. Bam. Odogoganya. Odogoganya. Anybody who did whatever outside this constitution is what is called treasonable offense, and you will pay dearly for it. I'm telling you the truth. You know, whoever has sent you, I don't know. Whoever has sent you, you know it, me, I don't know. But if you do anything outside this constitution, you shall pay dearly. I'm telling you the truth. It is clear. Everything is clear here. I did not come here to sit down here and start talking, shouting, calling people's names. No. Telling you, Nigeria government, no. Biafran people have gone beyond that explanatory explanations. When the good men keep quiet, evil will thrive. That is the word of our Prime Minister. I played it before the beginning of this broadcast. If you like, I can repeat it again. So we cannot continue to keep quiet. I have called for meeting. They ignored it. And it's time for me to come and say what I know. Not what I know about their fracas. Not what I know about their misunderstanding, because I don't know anything about their misunderstanding, as they refused to come for a meeting that I called. So I have come here to tell Biafrans about what I know about the freedom that we are fighting for. I don't care whatever that is causing their fracas. And after reading this and interpreting them, I will now tell you what I want to tell. I have something to tell you which I have not said. I haven't said what I want to say. I will say it later. Now, when the B.L.A, the Biafra Republic government in exile, and Biafra de facto government in the homeland must have marched together to form a transitional government, it says, follow the mouse now, the transitional government of Biafra, TGB, shall unconditionally cease to exist. And when is that? It says here, look at it here, during which Biafra, let me take it from here, the Biafra de facto government shall transform. Remember, Biafra de facto government is in two forms, which I read from beginning. The first part is BLGIE, and the second part is the BDFG, Biafra de facto government in the homeland. You understand? So they are in one Biafra de facto government. Now, he says, shall transform into the transitional government after we have fully liberated our Biafra from Nigeria. During which Biafra socio-political, how do you dissolve a government in exile without having socio-political and civic structures put in place? Only for you to form another de facto Biafra Republic government in exile. So the one that is running is already has a care leg. And this care leg is because the Prime Minister is not around. This care leg is because the Prime Minister is arrested and is, responding to the Finnish authority to show them why he's doing what he's doing. Then his government that is under his own care now all of a sudden has a care leg. Therefore, it has to be dissolved, and a brand new government in exile is formed. Who does that? How do you dissolve a government in exile only for you to form another government in exile? Are you home? Is it is it a national government? The one that you people say you claim that you are forming, is it really Biafra government? Is it really a national government of Biafra? The one you claim you are forming, is it still the same government in exile? Or is it Biafra national government, which should be here with the office of the president or the prime minister here in homeland, with our own military here in the homeland, with our police station here in homeland, with our military barracks, air force base, everything here physically? Do you have it? How do you dissolve a government in exile to form another government in exile? What is the motion? What is the motive? Now it says, the transitional government of Biafra, TGB, shall unconditionally cease to exist. after the period of 4 years, and shall be replaced by a duly constituted government of Biafra. A duly constituted government of Biafra, after the transitional government of Biafra has ceased to exist, after running the affairs of Biafra for 4 years, thereby putting in place socio-political and civic structures. Follow the mouse. Socio-political and civic structures. Then we will have election. The Biafra people will have the opportunity to vote their respective leaders from whichever office they want them to occupy. Then the transitional government will then cease to exist, and then it shall be replaced by a duly constituted government of Biafra following a constitutional conference. Bam! Did you see that? Have you seen it? Following a constitutional conference, which includes the formation of the constitutional government of Biafra, which is the one that is going to be recognized, have its own chair and table at the United Nations, not the one in the exile. Biafra government, any government in exile does not have table in the United Nations. It's not possible. There is no any government in exile that has table in the United Nations. You can't even attend their meeting. You can't. You cannot attend their meeting. You are not invited, because